Have you ever felt completely stuck? Like you're trapped in a situation that apparently has no way out except to push through or to quit entirely? Well, here is something we rarely talk about. Most of the time, we're not actually trapped. We've just forgotten that we are free. So today I want to explore this idea of what I call our forgotten freedom and why remembering it might be one of the most important things you can do. Think about the last time you felt stuck in a project, a relationship, a job, or even just a difficult situation. When you're deep in it, when adversity hits and the obstacles seem insurmountable, it feels like there are only two options: push through with massive effort or quit entirely. And that is the trap, because we forget that we are operating within a reality we have largely constructed ourselves. And therefore, the limitations, most of them aren't external, they are internal. They are the boundaries we have drawn often without even realizing it. I've been there myself, starting a project full of excitement, hitting a wall, and suddenly feeling like I'm in prison. Like the only honorable thing to do is to break through that wall no matter the cost. But here's the question we rarely ask: is breaking through this particular wall actually worth it? Not every fight is worth winning. Some victories cost more than they are worth. And sometimes, actually many times, there's a door right next to that wall, or a ladder laying on the ground in front of us that we are too focused to notice. This connects to something that economists call the sunk cost fallacy. We feel obligated to continue something simply because we have already invested time, money, and energy into it. But that investment is gone, it's sunk. The only question that matters is, moving forward from right now, is this path worth continuing? And this is where awareness of your freedom becomes crucial. When you're blind to your freedom, when you truly believe you must continue, you lose the ability to make that assessment clearly. You're banging your head against a wall because you have forgotten that you choose to bang your head against this particular wall in the first place. The paradox is this: the moment you remember you're free to leave, the pressure releases, and sometimes, actually often, that release of pressure actually makes you more effective at what you're doing, because now you're choosing it, you're not imprisoned by it. There's an enormous peace in knowing, I don't have to do this, I'm choosing to do this. Now here is where it gets tricky. Because I'm not saying you should quit whenever things get hard. That's the other extreme, and it's equally destructive. Discipline matters. Perseverance matters. Some of the most successful people in history pushed through periods where they hated what they were doing. They stuck with it even when it was uncomfortable, when it was boring, when every fiber of their being wanted to quit. So, how do you find the balance? How do you know when you're being wisely persistent versus foolishly stubborn? I don't have a perfect answer, I'm not sure anyone does. But I think that the key is, drum rolls, awareness. Stay aware that you're free. Check in with yourself regularly and ask, am I still choosing this, or am I just going through the motions because I have forgotten I have a choice? Ask, what am I learning here? Am I growing even if I'm suffering, or am I just suffering? The danger isn't in the hard work itself. The danger is the blindness in forgetting that you are an agent, not a prisoner of it. You waste time fighting battles that don't need to be fought, climbing mountains that lead nowhere, proving points that don't need proving. But when you remember your freedom, when you hold that awareness, everything changes. You're no longer driven by fear or obligation. You're not stuck in the binary of push through or quit. You can see the full range of options available to you. Maybe you pivot, maybe you take a break and come back with fresh eyes. Maybe you realize this isn't actually your path and that's okay. Maybe you decide it is your path and you commit with renewed energy because now it's truly a choice. That awareness, that remembered freedom becomes a source of power and peace at the same time. And here is something else. I believe that when we lose sight of our freedom, we lose our will. And when we lose our will, commitment dies completely. Not because commitment requires imprisonment, but because real commitment only exists when it's freely chosen. You are free right now. In this moment, you have always been free. Wake up from your blindness to that freedom. Feed of it. Draw power from it. But understand this, and this is crucial. Freedom doesn't mean it's going to be easy. The path to success, to anything worth having, will include long periods of time where you will be dissatisfied with the actions you must undertake. There will be days, weeks, maybe even months where you hate what you're doing. And that's not a sign you're trapped. That's just the nature of building something real. I'm pretty sure that you can stay a loser if you want to. You can become a winner if you want to. It's entirely up to what you do with your freedom of choice. So the question isn't whether the path is hard. The question is, are you consciously choosing this hard path, or are you just stumbling down it because you have forgotten you could choose differently? Always remember your true freedom. Use all of it, and then choose your hard thing deliberately. So with this being said, if you enjoy this type of content, or if you're interested in seeing my journey and perhaps take some inspiration from it, make sure to subscribe so that I can catch you in the next one.